All right, we did the saddling without a hitch, without any problems. I have what I call a 3-cinch rule, where I tighten up the cinch 3 times, because horses let the air out, you know, suck in the air rather. So I don't want to get up on the saddle, I'm going to slip. But I'm going to tighten her up one more time. I'm going to walk her so she can shrink her belly a little bit there, and then I'm going to tighten her up again, stretch her legs. I want to remind you one more time about this being Florida. You know, yesterday we had temperatures in the 80s. Well, today it might not get up higher than 75, but that makes a big difference. And this is why I'm doing what I'm doing here, to make sure that I can get up on this horse safely. Anytime you feel you can't get up on a horse safely, don't get up. I mean, I'm not 30 years old anymore. I can't afford to do stuff like that. Neither can you. I don't care how old you are, you still don't want to get hurt. First time you get hurt, that could be the end of it. You never know. So you want to use horse sense, common sense, any kind of sense that makes sense. Okay? So, take your time. Be sure of what you're doing. Don't take any unnecessary risk. Okay, so that's the 3rd time I tightened her up. I'm going to stretch her legs. Thank you. Look at. All right, very good. All right, now I'll put the bridle on, and I use a Noble bitless bridle. I love bitless. I don't have to put any pressure. That was my lovely assistant there. I don't like putting pressure on a horse's mouth, so I go bitless. There's all kinds of different bitless bridles out there. You just have to make a choice as to what's best for you, if you go bitless at all. But anytime you have to put pressure on a horse's mouth, you take away from them being left brain, as far as I'm concerned. You want to be light with your hands. That's why I like using bitless. Now if you have a horse that's just flat out crazy, well, then maybe you shouldn't be riding them at all. Alright, got everything set up. Okay, I don't know if you can hear it, but we've got fire engines going, whatever's going on. They've been kind of going on all through the morning here so far. So I'm going to get her to loosen up a little bit more before I mount her. So I'm just doing a couple of little things to get her left brain. She's probably doing a little licking and chewing there, hopefully. Okay, Robin. Okay. Alright, let's turn her around this way. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, when I first started out riding, now when it was warmer, I didn't have to do this. But because things have kind of changed a little bit, you know, I want to be safe. And what I'm going to do is have Robin be there as my safety line. If I don't feel that it's good to ride her today, then I'm going to dismount. If I feel like she's moving okay, then Robin's going to stay with me. I'm going to have her go through some paces and do some things. And then when I figure that I've got her pretty much left brain, then I'll have Robin go ahead and disconnect. And she's still going to stay with her because, remember, she is looking for somebody, the horse now, is looking for somebody to be alpha. She doesn't want to be in charge right now, even though she acts like it. She'd rather know that somebody's there to be there for her to keep her safe. Okay, that's why you have alpha mares and why a lot of other horses depend on that alpha mare to keep them safe. But what about an alpha mare? Don't you think that maybe sometimes they think that they need to be safe too? So what do? They look to two-legged creatures. So Robin's going to be there. She knows what Robin's going to do. Robin knows what Stacy's going to do. And I know what I'm going to do. And then eventually we'll transfer from Robin to me. Okay, so we're just going to go up and down. We'll make a circle in this area here. Go ahead and to your left. So I want to see if she's going to soften up on me. I like where her head is. I like the placement of her head. So far her body feels pretty soft, but I don't think her attitude is in check just yet. You notice I'm not hardly putting any pressure on her. See the curvature in the reins. But she's really kind of focusing on Robin. And that's a good thing. Alright, what Robin's going to do, she's going to keep walking while I do a one rein stop. And that's to see if she really is paying attention to me. So I'm going to do a one rein stop and hook. Stand. 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 Relax. Very nice. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, let's go in the other direction. Very good. This is just a little bit of a warm-up to make sure she's still left brain. She's not feeling near as tense as she was when I first started with her this morning. And that's going back to when I trimmed her feet. So she's starting to feel a lot more relaxed. Seems like her eyes are starting to get a little bit more softer. She feels pretty good. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Alright, so we're going to walk the length of the arena now. And that should be the final test as to whether I can let Robin unhook her. When we go back, let's go over the poles.